Hi all, I hope the live has started. Very good. Okay, I think it's very difficult to join in the morning, early morning. That's your choice. Okay, we can jump into the topic. Hi all, good morning. Today we are going to learn the most important thing in JavaScript. Okay, yesterday we had a discussion that JavaScript introduced in 1995. Okay, before that, in 1990s, I think around 1991, I'm not sure, just check in the Google, like internet, and of course, very close before that, we have uh, browser and HTML already there, HTML and browser. Many programming languages are there already popular, and we understand the need of JavaScript, okay, in the previous session. So in that discussion, what we have discussed, this Brendan Ick from the Netscape company. The engineer name is called Brendan Ick. Okay, they solved the problem like we should have some programming language for the client side also, so that we can utilize the client resources, and it's going to be very um, helpful to reduce the burden on server for small things. So Brandon, so as we have discussed that he has done that in only 10 days, in 10 days, and he is introduced with two things. One is JavaScript, means a programming language, plus and JavaScript engine. Okay, JavaScript engine. So the first of all, before going to enter into the JavaScript, we should understand what is this JavaScript engine, because what is the importance of this JavaScript engine for us. So if you understand this, it's easy to enter into the JavaScript. Okay, so if you see, I think many of you are coming from like maybe engineering or degree or somewhere. Hopefully you have some knowledge on at least C language, right? And if you if you want to write some programs in C language, you need some small software. Like that is like compiler, right? Compiler. Suppose if you are coming from the background of Python, okay, these are mainly people will start either with C or either with the Python. So if you are coming from a Python background, you know that definitely interpreter. If suppose you are completely beginner and if you don't know what is compiler and interpreter, don't worry. We are going to discuss that one as well. So every programming language, okay, if you see these are high level programming languages. That means what is this high level programming language or something? Okay, I will explain in quickly. So suppose if you see computer can understand only zeros and ones. What? Computer can understand only zeros and ones. Either it will understand 0 or 1. But we are writing the programming like this, right? In C language, you will write int a is equal to 10 and int b is equal to 20 and int c is equal to a plus b, and then you are writing like printf %d comma c. So, but how computer can understand this? So it's very difficult, right? If it's very difficult for a computer to understand your language, you're writing almost in very close to English plus mathematics, right? So how computer will understand this? Okay, because computer can't understand this directly. So these are high level programming languages. Okay, these are high level programming languages. So if you want to give instructions to the computer, if computer need to understand this, we need something in between. So here if you see, if this is a computer, so if computer can't understand your language, what you are talking, so computer can understand only zeros and one. Here we need to take help of some person, someone, to convert this high level programming language into low level programming language. That means what is a low level programming language? What we can call it as, this is a machine, okay, machine level programming language. So computer can understand only machine level programming language. So you're writing either programs in C or C++ or Java or Python, PHP, whatever it is. Sorry, whatever it is, all the programming language, these are all high level programming languages. So it's very easy for us to write the programs in these languages, but computer can't understand those things. So we need to take help of someone to convert these high level programming languages into low level programming languages. So for that, either we can use a compiler or a
సార్ మీరు మ్యూట్ చేసుకున్నారు సార్.
oh my god, sorry, I thought I have shared my screen, right? Okay, okay. So
ఎస్ సార్.
okay, I quickly cover, no problem. Sorry for that. So if you see, like any programming language, whatever we learn, C, C++, Java, Python, or PHP, the computer can't understand that because computer can understand only zeros and ones and some special symbols. Okay, and so if you write programs in these high-level programming languages, we need to convert these high-level programming language into low-level programming language, that is called machine-level programming language. So for that, we need to take help of, okay, compiler or interpreter. Compiler or interpreter. If you see, so you can take anything like C, C++, Java, and PHP or other programming languages will use the compiler, and Python especially is an interpreter programming language. That's why it's like it's very fast. Okay, we can discuss those things later. But fundamentally, we need someone to convert your programming language into machine understandable language. That is the most important thing. So either it is a compiler or interpreter, or nowadays we have another one that is called JIT compiler. JIT compiler is nothing, okay? Like we are in just second session, so it's I will explain in a simpler way. It is nothing but it's a combination of compiler and interpreter. So if you just manage to convert your high level programming language into machine level programming language with the help of compiler and interpreter, logically, technically, whatever it is, then it is called a JIT compiler. So we need something like, so same thing. So already C have a compiler like turbo C, and C++ we are using turbo C++ kind of thing. And I'm not sure about Python on these things because I didn't learn those things. So have we should have something to convert your high level programming language into low level programming language in the same way, because here also Brendan Eck introduced a new programming language called JavaScript, and end of the day the logic need to execute by the computer, so that is a machine level programming language. So someone, We need something to convert your JavaScript code into machine level programming language. Okay, for that only they have introduced JavaScript engine. Okay, don't think it's like engine means it's like a hardware kind of thing. No, it's just completely software. It's kind of a program only. So, but he just mentioned as it's an engine which will convert your high level programming language into a understandable programming language. So this is what JavaScript engine. Then the first engine which they have designed, that is called Spider Monkey. Okay, that's already we have discussed. But here we are going to discuss what is there inside the JavaScript engine. Okay, of course, in the second sessions, few things are very difficult to understand, but I will just give us like simple introduction about all those things so that in later it will be more easy for us. So here we have a programming language and we have a JavaScript engine to convert your JavaScript into a machine level programming language. And now today we are going to understand what is the importance of this JavaScript engine, at the same time what is there inside the JavaScript engine. Okay, so here we can simply call, if you want to execute a JavaScript, you need a engine, right? So, and you need to provide an environment. We can call it as a JavaScript runtime environment. Okay, JavaScript runtime environment. So we need some environment to execute our JavaScript properly. So of course, JavaScript engine is a part of JavaScript runtime environment. First of all, what is there in JavaScript runtime environment, and what is the role of JavaScript engine? Because here we are saying we need only JavaScript engine, but here I'm saying we need a JavaScript runtime environment. What is the confusion between these things? No, I will clarify in next 2 minutes. Because here observe that thus Brendan Eck introduced the programming language called JavaScript to help client. That means we can do something in a browser. This is very important, browser. So first we should understand what is there in the browser, and then we should come back to JavaScript engine. So if you see, if you open anything, okay, I think I want to open the paint in a new window. So if you see, this is, suppose imagine this is your browser. The browser is the most powerful thing designed by human beings. Okay, maybe we are not aware of completely. So browser is have something. So if you want to execute JavaScript, okay, inside the browser, not only JavaScript engine, we are taking help of few other things. So including all these things, we can call it as a JavaScript runtime environment. Of course, the main role is JavaScript engine only. That's the heart of that JavaScript engine. I hope you're able to hear me right. Yeah. So this is a browser. Inside the browser, there is a special thing called API. Okay, browser API. Don't worry. We are in the second session, so we no need to worry about these things. Just remember these words, that is important. So browser API. Okay, and browser is providing one more thing. Okay, I'm just putting in a circular, that is event loop. Okay, of course we are going to learn in detail what is event loop, what is browser API and everything, but here just remember the word event loop and remember the diagram. So here I'm just putting two boxes. One is callback queue. Sorry, micro task. So another one is micro task queue, and here we have a JavaScript engine. So JavaScript engine. Okay, that means not only JavaScript engine. So we are taking the resources of the browser. Just remember these browser API and event loop and callback queue and microtask queue is not part of JavaScript engine. It's already there in a browser. Okay, we can discuss about those things in detail, but I think I have drawn already one diagram. So this one, just take a reference. This is JavaScript runtime environment. Suppose if you want to execute JavaScript, we need all these things in a browser. So browser is providing APIs and we have a callback queue. So maybe you heard about queues and stacks, right? While studying engineering in the first year or something, data structures and algorithms. At the time, you might have studied that what is queue and what is stack, and what is the difference between both the things. So if you forgot, go back and just recollect those things. So we have a JavaScript engine and API, callback queue, microtask queue, and event loop. I just put this highlighted. This is the most important thing in JavaScript. Like in this journey, we are going. This is like a superhero for us. Okay, and of course, JavaScript is like a heart. Okay, don't worry. Just because you should understand, because many students, many, even I think 15 to 20% of the engineers who are working in IT industry on JavaScript, still they don't know this these things like event loop and all this thing. That's why I'm saying. So it's very very important to understand these things. So we have a JavaScript engine, API, and callback queue and microtask queue. And let's see what is there in JavaScript engine. So this is there in the browser. This is in the browser. We should have a JavaScript runtime environment, at least if you want to execute JavaScript. Okay, already this is there in the browser. We can call JavaScript runtime environment. And now we can see what is there in this JavaScript engine, because this is the heart of the like JavaScript runtime environment. Okay, so let's see what is there in that. So now I'm just opening that one also. Inside of JavaScript engine, we have four important things. Of course, few more things are there, but I didn't mention those things here to avoid some sort of confusion at least in the beginning. So later we can discuss about all those things also. In JavaScript engine, this is the most important thing. Of course, everything is most important. The call stack. Okay, call stack. Just remember these things: stack and heap and queue. Okay, these are data structures. Okay, I will explain those things in detail. Don't worry. Okay, we have a call stack and a heap memory and the memory stack and JIT compiler. So here we came close that we need a compiler or interpreter, and here JavaScript using both the things. Okay, normally JavaScript is a interpreted programming language, and we just added extra compiler to that to make it much more fast, so that we can call it as a JIT compiler. So right now just remember, like, JIT compiler is it has advantages of interpreter and compiler. It is just using both advantages of both things like interpreter and compiler. So this, it has a memory stack and it has a memory heap and it has a call stack. Okay, everything is there. So now I go back to this JavaScript engine. Okay, so that if I want to draw it here itself, here itself in JavaScript engine, the diagram will be like this. JavaScript engine, this is a JavaScript engine. Inside of that said we have call stack, we have memory stack, and we have a memory heap memory, and at the same time we have a JIT compiler. So I'm just mentioning here. So if you want, this is a JIT compiler. So JIT compiler, it's you can mention like compiler plus interpreter. This is a memory stack. This is a memory heap, means heap memory. This is the most important call stack. So this is a simple thing. So this in the outer line, everything is there in a browser. Outer line, everything is there in a browser. In the browser, we already have a JavaScript runtime environment. So if you just cross check any browser in the world, so every browser has a JavaScript runtime environment. So here like Mozilla Firefox, the JavaScript runtime environment name is Spider Monkey. Okay. So inside of that, we have a JavaScript engine. In the browser, this is common. Every browser has API, callback queue, and microdos queue, and event loop. And inside of the JavaScript engine, we have a JIT compiler and memory stack and a heap memory and a call stack. These are the most important thing. So the conclusion is, okay, don't worry, this is a simple thing. So if you want to, if you write something in JavaScript, I will show you some of the things in browser now itself. So if you want to execute JavaScript, you need what we need JavaScript runtime environment. So without that, you can't execute JavaScript. You can't run JavaScript. Okay, that's it. It will convert into a machine level programming language. Then that computer will take care of that instructions. This is a simple one. JavaScript runtime environment. Now we can discuss few more interesting things. So we have many browsers, right? One is Mozilla, Mozilla Firefox. In that we have JavaScript runtime environment. The name of that is Spider. So just remember these names, okay? These names, these are very, very important. Don't forget at least like three things. Mozilla Firefox has a Spider Monkey, and later, of course, now we have Microsoft Edge, right? Microsoft Edge. Previously, Internet Explorer, but it is the updated version of that Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer is stopped by the Microsoft. There is no support for that. So they have their own JavaScript runtime environment. Here I'm mentioning every time JavaScript runtime environment. I'm not saying JavaScript engine because JavaScript engine is part of this JavaScript runtime environment. That is most important thing. So you should familiar with these words. Okay, Chakra. What is the name of that JavaScript runtime environment name? That is called Chakra. And here we are going to discuss the most powerful JavaScript runtime environment in the world. So that is, so this is part of Google Chrome. The JavaScript engine name is V8. Okay, V8. Okay, this is the most powerful and fastest JavaScript runtime environment which is available in the market till now. So I hope you guys understood what I'm talking. Simple. I will just revise in 2 minutes. So if you want to execute JavaScript, suppose for C language you need a compiler. So you can compare like this. C language, you should have a compiler, and it will convert to machine level language. If you learn Python, okay, you need interpreter, and it will convert on machine level language, and job done. So here actually, while learning C language, we no need to break our head to understand what is compiler, what is there inside a compiler. While learning Python, we no need to break our head like what is there in interpreter. Simply we can say that because it is a high level programming language, it will convert all the things into machine level language in a single shot, and it will keep on executing. A Python will execute, it will compile and execute at the same time. That means first it will take the first instruction, it will convert into machine level language, and it will start executing that, and it will go for a next line. Okay, those things we can discuss in detail. But learning JavaScript is different because not only we should not only focus on this programming, C or Python. We will focus completely on programming language. But here in JavaScript, we should learn what is there inside the JavaScript runtime environment. That is why many people, I'm saying, I think 30 to 40% institutes anywhere in India or anywhere in the world, they are not explaining what is there inside the JavaScript runtime environment. Of course, many people are explaining. I'm saying few people because some people, few students still saying that we have learned JavaScript in 2 weeks. How it is possible? That's why I'm saying maybe if you are learning in 2 weeks, definitely enter into they didn't explain what is JavaScript runtime environment. Without learning what is JavaScript runtime environment, you can't say, we can't say, I can't say that we know JavaScript. So because this is the most important thing. That's why JavaScript is completely different than other programming languages. And many people, if you learn like half of something, if you learn JavaScript and if you don't know what is JavaScript runtime environment, it is nightmare. I'm saying if you enter into the projects and you can't fix the errors because you don't know what is happening inside of that. So here we are going to learn in detail JavaScript and what is there in the JavaScript runtime environment and what is there in the browser, because these are very close to each other. That's why I said the history and the need, then the purpose of JavaScript is completely different. The journey of JavaScript is completely different than other programming languages. So please focus. If you learn properly, I'm saying this is the most loved programming language, and if you didn't learn properly, this is going to be hated. Okay, you can't work on JavaScript. So this is one, and then slowly we can enter into JavaScript, and while learning some, we should learn few things, few fundamentals like how to declare the variables and if conditions, for loops and operators. These are the fundamentals in any programming language in the world. So once we complete those things, then we can correlate and what happening inside the JavaScript runtime environment, what's happening in the browser, everything we are going to learn. So I hope you guys understood. I will just take a confirmation that the students who joined here. Okay, very good. Team, you guys understood or do you have any questions here? If you understand, just ping me here, yes. And people who are watching the live, or even if you watch this video later, just ping me yes in the comments, because that is a confirmation that you understand. So still, if you have any question, mention in the comments. So if you don't have a clarity on any small thing, definitely I will create a separate video on that whenever I have a time. Okay, super. I think this is simple thing, and you no need to break your head that what's the JavaScript runtime environment. This is simple. Just remember this name. That's it. Okay, and try to draw this diagram. Okay, I will attach these things in the chart definitely, so that you can refer that. Okay, this is important. JavaScript engine has JIT compiler, memory stack, call stack, heap memory. Of course, anyway, you're watching video, right? So just draw it somewhere and keep it, and just remember these words. And the small assignment is for you is just find, like, learn what is the difference between the stack and queue, and what is the what is heap memory. Okay, because there are different type of memories available inside the computer, right? Just try to understand. And one more thing, just try to find out few points that, like, what is the difference between the compiler and interpreter, and what is JIT compiler. Okay, super. So yesterday, I think, while I think I in the end we are trying to write our first program. Okay, so today let's complete that. So if you want to start learning JavaScript, okay, if you have a browser in your computer, that is enough. So just right click, inspect, inspect, and just go to this section called console. And here, if you just do 2 plus 2, because it's already displaying 4, that means if you give 2 plus 2, or this JavaScript engine inside this is the Google Chrome, right? We have a V8 engine. That V8 engine has taken this instruction 2 plus 2, and it is compiled, interpreted, whatever it is, and then it is executed that 2 plus 2. Then the computer memory, which I am using, that is responsible to calculate these things. So it is giving 4. So this is a simple one. You can, and yesterday, okay, console.log. This is like a printf, okay, in a C language. So if you want to print something, just give that message like welcome to JavaScript. Welcome to JavaScript. Okay, this is a simple thing. So here, because I want to mention one more thing here. Okay, and I will suggest you one YouTube channel. The name is Akshay Saini. The YouTube channel name is Akshay Saini. Just if you just go and search in the YouTube, Akshay Saini. So if you're already, if you know already JavaScript, okay, if you know already JavaScript, but you don't know what is JavaScript runtime environment, and you don't know these high level concepts like hosting closures, all these things. But why I'm suggesting, because if you're already good in JavaScript, and no need to waste time here in SVGIE. Okay, you can follow this, but you don't need to waste your time, right? Time is most important for us. So already we have the best things in a YouTube. So just go to this Namaste JavaScript.
Hey everybody, if you have a goal you're trying to accomplish,
Okay, Namaste JavaScript. I can say this is the most helpful tutorial which is available in YouTube for completely free. So he was employee of a Uber, and I can say he's the best trainer in, not only in like in a state or country, he's the best trainer in the world. So of course I've learned all these concepts from him through this YouTube channel only. So I'm suggesting you to. So if you're completely beginner, follow us. If you already learn JavaScript, or suppose if you know how to write for loops and all these things, you know fundamentals. So quickly go jump into this YouTube channel and just complete these 21 videos. Okay, but if you are completely beginner, don't worry. I will guide you in a right direction. So here, if you see JavaScript, the video number is 19. So here he has explained clearly what is the architecture of JavaScript runtime environment. So I have explained few points from this video only. So if you want to see the full details, just go and watch this video. So maybe you're surprising that Raghu, you have a YouTube channel and you're suggesting another YouTube channel. So here, like our intention is not to earn money or something from this YouTube channel. This is just knowledge sharing platform. So I want to guide you because in the YouTube everything is there. Like you can find anything. But the biggest problem is as a beginner, suppose if you are a graduate like studying BTech first year and second year, it's very difficult to find which is the best tutorial. So in that process, many students are not able to learn properly. They are not able to utilize the power of YouTube channel or power of this information in a right direction. So here, because I'm just learning all these things from last 5 years, so I gone through minimum 5 to 10 YouTube channel, like many YouTube channels, but I'm following 5 to 10 YouTube channels regularly. These are awesome trainers, means awesome trainers. They have provided these tutorials completely free of cost, so you can utilize this. So here in this session, okay, if you are a beginner, please go and watch this 28 minutes video. If you understand 1% happy, 10% happy, 90% happy, 100% happy, no problem. Even if you can't understand more than 1% is also happy. Just but please watch this video completely and just familiar with this names like JavaScript runtime environment, call stack, event loop. Okay, just remember those names. Later, you will understand what is the importance of those things. Okay, he's the best trainer. Of course, he's my inspiration. Um, so I'm just suggesting. Of course, in this process, I will suggest around 5 to 10 YouTube channels and best resources available in the Google and in YouTube and anywhere in the world. So that's what for today. So and now we have still 3 minutes of time. So why can't we write a simple JavaScript program? Are you ready? Okay. Yes. Let's write. So every day I will take only 40 minutes. Later, the next 20 minutes I'm going to discuss with the students who join the live here. And even if you're watching the live in the YouTube, you can put the comments on the that. Definitely I will reply on that. So okay. So yeah, we can write some simple program in the browser itself. Just go to right click, inspect the console. So in C language, what you will do normally, int a is equal to 10, right? Here we should do like var a is equal to 10. Okay, enter. That means you have a variable called a and var b is equal to 20. And the next line, okay, var c is equal to a plus b. Okay, and in the next, of course, every time it is giving undefined, right? Undefined. Okay, don't worry, this is most interesting thing in JavaScript. Okay, we can talk about everything very soon. So here I said like in C language you have a printf, right? Here we have a console.log, and what is there in C, variable C. So just enter. So it is 30. So we have written our first simple program in JavaScript. So what is that? Where a is equal to 10, where b is equal to 20. Don't worry about this undefined. This is the name is undefined, but this is the most important thing in JavaScript. So console.log c 30. So and if you want to clear, just clear it. And still we have 1 minute. I will write one more program. So where x is equal to 15 and where y is equal to 5, and suppose directly you can suppose you can do again where z is equal to x minus y. Okay, enter and do console.log. Okay, it is that z, just enter. So it is 15 minus 5, it's 10. So normally we don't do programming in browser console. Okay, from tomorrow we are going to enter into actual JavaScript. We are going to start writing simple programs. Of course, still the journey of JavaScript, we need to discuss lots of things in the journey, because I said in 90s we have internet, and Netscape just hired this the beautiful engineer like Brendan Eek. He came up with a JavaScript engine and JavaScript programming language, and they have they have added the keyword called Java just for the marketing strategy. And later, okay, still we have the story is not ended. Okay, simultaneously we will discuss about the story of that journey of that JavaScript, and wherever it is important, and we can start writing some programs from tomorrow. So if you're watching this video, if you're either live or some like later, just ping me yes in the comments and get ready for tomorrow at the same time, 6 o'clock. Bye bye.